Greetings, everyone. This is Rasha from Women's Wellness Clinic. I am here because I want to do a quick video and kind of an impromptu video, meaning that I'm not preparing for this and writing things out. I'm just creating this video from what comes to mind. And I'm doing it this way because I've been making excuses on why I don't have more videos in my YouTube channel, and it's always I don't have time to do it. And really, we make the time for what we want. So I'm going to start making my videos in, like I said, like an impromptu way. I'm just going to be. There's no recording, there's no, oh my goodness, I messed up, I have to start over. I have video editing for that. I'm just going to create videos and allow whatever flows through me to flow through me and out to you, as if I was talking to a client. So I have no more excuses at this point. So I'll say this before we get started. I just want to tell everyone where they can reach me. If you want to know any more about my products and my services, you can reach me on all social media sites at Rasha the Holistic Nurse, and that will be in the link below or the information below. And then also you can visit my website at www.thewomenswellnessclinic.com. And you can also email me at info@thewomenswellnessclinic.com. So let's get into today's topic. So today's topic is, what do I do when I feel stuck? Now, what also inspired me to do this topic, because one of my clients / friends asked me that, and she's been asking me that on and off for a few months. And I wanted to do a topic like this because I know a lot of people experience this. Like, they go through life, they're going through the motions, like they go to work, they get up in the morning. Let me start over. So they have a routine. We get up early in the morning, you go to work, you drop the kids off at school or at daycare before you go to work, and then you go to lunch, you go back to work, you leave work, you're in traffic, you pick the kids up or you take the kids to this game or this practice or wherever, and then you go home, you feed the kids or you get the kids ready or you do this, and then you put the kids into bed, and then you go to sleep. If you have kids. And then most of my clients do have children. Or even if you don't have children, you still have this routine. It's whether the routine is getting up early, going to work, having other responsibilities in your life. Whether you're single, you're married, you have children, etc. There's this routine that we go through, and it's almost like we are moving with the motions. We're moving on autopilot. It's almost like we're no longer making choices or decisions for ourselves, to the point that we often question ourselves onto why are we doing these things in our life, especially when they're not bringing us true or real happiness. So let's talk about, what do I do when I feel stuck? So I'm going to give you the top 9 reasons. No. I'm going to give you the top 9 things that you can do when you feel stuck. And these things are very simple. It's always the simplest thing that will help you the most. And when you accept it's the simplest thing that will help you the most, your life unfolds beautifully in front of your eyes when you surrender to that. Let me start with number 9. So number 9, drink water. Sounds simple, doesn't it? Yeah, drink water. So most people don't drink enough water. My background, I'm a nurse. Most people do not drink enough water. Most people look at a 16-ounce bottle of water Like, oh, I gotta drink all that. I've had so many patients say that. Or, oh, water's nasty, it doesn't taste good. I rather drink this pop, or I drink coffee, or I drink this. So people are not drinking water, and then they're drinking beverages that dehydrate themselves. So a lot of people are dehydrated, and when you get dehydrated, you have this fogginess, you don't have clarity, you feel stuck, you don't feel good. And your body goes into this acidic state. And I talk about that in other videos about what acidity is and alkalinity is. I'm not going to go over that right now because that's a subject in itself. But you don't feel good. Basically, you just don't feel good, and you feel stuck. You feel stagnant. So when we drink water, I typically recommend my clients to drink 3 to 4 liters of water. So I recommend clients drink half of their body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you're going to drink 100 ounces. So half of 200 pounds is 100, and then that would be ounces. So that's a little less than 4 liters. So that's 3 liters and, some left over. So at least 3 to 4 liters of water a day. And what that does is, it just helps filter out the kidneys. It helps push toxins out of your body. You're going to feel stagnant if your body's loaded with toxins. It helps push the blood through your bloodstreams. It helps deliver oxygen through your blood. It helps deliver nutrients through your different organs, and you just feel better. So that's one thing that you can do when you feel stuck. So the number 8, it kind of goes with number 9. You can fast. So a lot of people that come to me, a lot of clients, I ask them, first thing I ask them, or one of the first things that I ask them is, do you fast? And most of them, no, I don't fast, I don't cleanse, I've never fasted, and I've never cleansed. So I typically put them on some type of fasting regimen. And you can fast any way that suits you. So it doesn't have to be you go straight to the water fast, or doing Dr. Sebi fast, or doing Master Cleanse fast where you're just drinking lemon and water and hot tea and salt water for 10 days and that's it. No, and if you can do that, that's great. It's wonderful. But you can go on a no meat fast where you don't eat any meat for a week. Or like I know a lot of people out here, they're doing like 7-day vegan challenges. You could do something like that. You can take things out of your diet, like no processed food. So I'm not going to eat anything from a restaurant or anything from a fast food place especially, or I'm not going to eat anything packaged, no chips or anything that they make, that manufacturers make, and then you have to freeze and then you thaw out and you put in the oven. So anything that's processed, you can go on that type of fast. They also have intermittent fasts you could do where you only eat 8 hours a day, or you will eat 6 hours a day. So literally you might eat from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. and that's all you do, and that's a fast. So there's plenty of fasts that you can do. And I get more into fasting in other videos. And when you fast, you just feel better. Again, your mind is clearer. You're removing toxins from your body. I talk a lot about chi. And that's another topic in another video if you want to know more about chi. But the chi, your chi, we all have chi or life force energy in our body. It moves through our veins, or it moves through our body just like our blood moves through our body. Our chi flows better through our body. So when our chi or our life force energy starts to flow better through our body, we feel better. We no longer feel stuck. We don't feel stagnant. So that's something else you could do. So I'm on 9, 8, 7. So number 7, when you feel stuck, you can sleep. So sometimes you feel stuck because you're tired. People don't sleep. Like we literally, workers in the United States work like 70% of their time. They spend 70% of their life working per week. That's a lot. Rest. Get some rest. When you don't sleep, especially get that good REM sleep, that damages your nervous system. You don't feel good. You don't feel balanced. You don't feel grounded. You feel off, and you're not able to function properly and move through life properly when you don't rest. So get yourself rest. number 8, number 7, no, number 9, number 8, number 7, number 6, exercise. So you want to exercise. Endorphins are a magical thing. So, get out, whether it's walking, it's jogging, it's running, it's doing Zumba class, Tai self-defense, basketball, anything that you can think of. I mean, exercise, because one, you're releasing endorphins, you're lowering stress hormones, because we are one of the top nations that are under stress. We're under a lot of amounts of stress. And, when that stress hormone is circulating through our body, it activates hormones that are on our adrenal glands, and it puts us in fight or flight mode. And when you're in fight or flight mode, you can't really think straight. So you're going to feel stuck. You're going to be anxious, high strung, adrenaline rushing, and you don't feel free. I mean, you feel stuck. So one thing that you can do to lower some of those stress hormones is to exercise, and then to generate feel good hormones at the same time, and release toxins because you sweat. So number 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Number 5, what you can do when you feel stuck. Meditate and do yoga, my favorite thing. I mean, as a yoga instructor, recommend my clients to do a practice on a regular basis. I mean, even if it is 10 minutes a day, stretch and meditate. Meditation in general, calms the mind. I mean, they have medical doctors and scientists, even in this country, have proved the difference in brain activity before someone meditates and after someone meditates. And the same with yoga. I mean, they have been proving this thing longer than I have been alive. So in the 60s, not the 80s, the 60s or the 70s, they have proven that meditation and yoga does help with the central nervous system. It does help with the mind, and it's been proven to help people overcome procrastination, anxiety, overcome depression. A lot of times when we feel like we're stuck, we just feel we have these negative thoughts that are going through our mind. So if we are saying these negative things to ourselves internally, subconsciously too, I can't do this, or I'm not worthy of this, and that's going to manifest in your life. So if you feel like you can't do something, then you're not going to do it. You're going to feel stuck. If you feel like you're not worthy of something, you're not going to even attempt it. You're not worthy of it. So why would you consciously waste your time to do something if you're not worthy, if you feel that you're not worthy of that? So meditation and yoga does go a long way to helping that. And I also throw in with that one, I didn't put it on the list, but I want to throw in just the mind in general. So affirmations, telling ourselves, instead of saying, I can't, say I can. Or taking inventory. A good thing that I tell my clients is to take inventory of the negative thoughts that are coming through our mind, because we all have that little voice in our head that's telling us these lies, because they are lies. Because somewhere in our upbringing, in our childhood, we learn these things. And we're still living in those stories that we've told ourselves, or those ways that we developed when we were a child, how to protect ourselves from some type of pain or some type of event. We're still living in that story. So what we can do, we can take inventory of what we're saying subconsciously to ourselves, and then get the opposite of that. So if we say we can't do something, we say every day, we take a few minutes a day and say, I can. If we think we're not worthy, I am worthy. If we think we're unattractive, I am beautiful. If we're suffering from not having self-love, I love myself. So, take that time and really do those exercises and take inventory, because that practice in itself is very powerful, and it will change your life. Number 4. Breathe. So number 4 kind of goes with number 5. Breath. And this was very interesting. I was in Peru. This is like after becoming a yoga instructor and everything. I was in Peru, and Peru is like 15,000 feet above sea level. And they recommend that you take medicine to help expand the lungs, and so you can breathe better, so you don't have motion sickness. But because I don't like to take medicine, I try not to. That medicine's like the last thing I would ever do. I'm better at it now. If there's an emergency, I'll do it, but again, that might be once a year. um, but anyway, typically they recommend taking the medicine so you can avoid altitude sickness. So me, I didn't take medicine, so I did more deep breathing exercises. I noticed when I got there, I couldn't breathe. It was so hard to breathe. It got to the point where I was always short of breath, constantly. Yeah, just struggling to breathe. It was horrible. It was literally horrible. Just struggling to breathe. And then it was so bad, it went to my brain. I don't know if it was cutting off oxygen to my brain, because my brain was so bad, like something called like cerebral edema. And I know I'm exaggerating. I'm sure it didn't get that bad, but I don't know, because even when I went to the doctor, my stats were low. But the point of that is, you think you're breathing correctly and you're really not. In this country, like, we're shallow breathers. We don't breathe innately. We don't breathe how we knew how to breathe when we were children. We're naturally abdominal breathers, but over time we learn to breathe in our chest. And a lot of that is fear. Like, that shallow breathing is rooted in stress, anxiety, and fear, and still being trapped and living in the past as opposed to living in the present. So when we deep breathe and breathe in the air, breathe in the chi, remember, we're breathing in life force. When we exhale, we release old stagnant air, old stagnant energy that does not serve us. So that helps us not to feel stuck. And when we're taking more air in, again, we're creating more oxygen inside of our bloodstream. That oxygen is going through our body, it's going through our brain, it's nourishing our nervous system. And we will notice that we feel less stuck. We feel more motivated in life. Number 987654. I wrote the numbers backwards, so that's why I have to keep counting. Number 3, journal. Journaling has saved a lot of people's lives. Journaling really goes and activates the subconscious mind. Like, you can sit there and journal, especially free writing. I recommend my clients to free write, and you just write whatever you're writing, whatever comes to mind. You don't judge it. It doesn't have to even make sense, but you just keep writing it. And what you'll notice is, as you're writing, something comes up that you completely forgot and you push to the back of your mind somewhere. It can be a trauma event that was just too traumatic for you to deal with, and you said, I'm not going to remember this. And then you'll notice, like, wow, okay, this is something I haven't dealt with, or this is the reason that I keep procrastinating. This is the reason that I keep self-sabotaging. This is the reason why this is not happening the way I want to, because I'm living in the past. So it does boil down to, when you're stuck, you're living in the past. You're not living in the present. So when you journal, you're able to bring those experiences or those thoughts from the subconscious to the conscious mind. And when you're able to identify that and see it, you're able to accept it, you're able to deal with it. So journaling is very, very, very powerful. 98765432. Number two, talk to someone. When you're feeling stuck, talk to somebody. It could be a friend, it could be a teacher, a mentor. It can be a therapist. A lot of people don't get therapy. Therapy is wonderful. It could be support groups. Support groups are typically free through some type of agency. It might be through an organization, not-for-profit, churches, temples, mosques, anything non-for-profit. They typically have some type of support system. Just go and just talk to somebody, why you feel stuck. There's so many resources out there and so many people that you could talk to. So it doesn't always have to be a friend or a family member, because you might not want them to know that part. And that's okay. And so, yeah, they have helplines that you can talk to, especially, they have a lot of helplines for a lot of things. So, talk to somebody. Really take the time and talk to somebody to help figure why you're stuck. Because talking to somebody can help release some emotional blockages that you're carrying around, or it can help you be in the present moment, because people can see things or how you're moving through life that you're not even aware of. So they can help make things clearer for you. And then number one, what to do when you feel stuck. Stop drinking and doing drugs. And I'm laughing, but I'm so serious. We live in a society where alcohol is available everywhere and drugs are available everywhere. And when I say drugs, I'm not talking about like teaching tools. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about teaching medicinal, sacred medicine that you go and sit down with shamans or you have ceremonies with in the rainforest. I'm not talking about that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about drugs, street drugs. And we've made alcohol and those drugs so normal. We've made that so normal, so acceptable, and so part of our lives that they alter our brain functions, they alter our body. They get, it's proven, scientists have proven the things that we put into our bodies can alter, they alter us at the cellular level, and then also alter our DNA. So, alcohol is the number one dangerous drug in the world. And people don't realize it because it's on every corner. So they think it's acceptable. We put pretty people or beautiful people next to beer and sell it. So, it's psychological, and it makes a lot of money, and there's a lot of other things that go behind alcohol and the abundance of it, but that's for another video. But if you're feeling stuck, stop drinking. Even if it's temporary. Like, if you're like, oh, I'm not going to stop drinking. Like, I like to drink. I'm not going to stop. Fast from it. Just fast. Go a week, go 2 weeks, so 30 days. I'd say take a 30-day challenge and stop drinking alcohol, stop doing street drugs, and you'll notice a difference. Stop drinking, stop doing street drugs, drink more water, eat more fruits and vegetables, exercise, and meditate and breathe. You'll change your whole life around. You'll no longer feel stuck. And I guarantee that. And if you do all these things that I suggest in the video and you still feel stuck, please email me. Please, because if you do these things, you will resolve probably 70% of your problems. Because things will become so much clearer for you. Things will become easier. Life will not be as hard. At least our perception of it. Because a lot of things that we deal with is based on our perception, how we perceive things. So those were the my 9 reasons. Those were my 9 reasons on what to do when you feel stuck. So I hope that you got something for this video. Please tell me what you thought, because again, this was not scripted. This is something that I did off the top of my head because I am practicing integrity and doing what I'm saying I'm going to do with no excuses. So we are not going to use the I have to plan my video anymore. I'm just going to do it because action wins every time. So tell me what you think. If you have any questions, please leave them below. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. It is late on my end. I can even look in my eyes in the camera. I'm look really sleepy. So I'm gonna go to bed tonight, and you all have a good night, have a good day, and also leave any video topics that you want me to discuss. Please leave that below as well. All right, stay blessed. Peace.